Where do your rights come from? Somebody who doesn't really know their rights might say, I don't know, the government? Someone who knows their rights a little might say, I don't know, they're in the Constitution. Someone with some education might say, in the First Amendment is my right to worship, to free speech, to peacefully assemble. In the Second Amendment is my right to bear arms. In the Third Amendment is my right to not have troops living in my house. It's awesome to hear people referencing the Constitution and learning about it, but at the same time, I'm sick of hearing people say that the Constitution is the source of their rights. Have you ever considered the negative aspects of the Constitution granting your rights? Do you realize that the Constitution can be amended? If you're citing the Constitution as the source of your rights, what would you say the day after the First Amendment is repealed? Do you still have the right to worship or to speak your mind? If the Second Amendment is repealed, do you still have the right to own a gun? If they repeal the Fourth Amendment, do you still have the right to your own privacy? Of course you do, because the Constitution is not the source of your rights. It's a document that guarantees that the government won't try to screw with the rights that you already have. The writers of the Bill of Rights didn't ask, what rights are we going to grant to the people? Patrick Henry, George Mason, and several other prominent anti-federalists insisted on a Bill of Rights because they recognized that the people already had rights that the government would try to interfere with if it were given the opportunity. So where do they come from? Well, you can be like Thomas Paine and say that your rights are common sense. You can be like John Locke and say that your rights are part of natural law. Or you can be like me, Thomas Jefferson, and millions of other people who say that their creator has endowed them with certain inalienable rights. The great God of heaven has granted me my rights. Men can connect physical consequences with the use of my rights, but that does not change the fact that I have them. This isn't an American issue, or a European issue, or an Asian issue, or any other part of the earth. We all have the same creator, and he has granted us our rights, and no law of man can take those rights away. So, where do your rights come from?